Chapter 1271. The Arrival of the Enemies. Universe God Qian Luan. Jian Wushuang came up to her. Jian Wushuang, you finally came out. Have you gained anything in the secret chamber? Asked Universe God Qian Luan. Yes, quite a lot. Jian Wushuang gave a slight nod. Great. As you can see, we're in big trouble now. Universe God Qian Luan's beautiful eyebrows were furrowed with worry. I knew that Shou Kingdom would not give up trying to seize this island. Among the two universe gods present from Shou State, one is Universe God Lei Ming, in the elementary first heaven. The other one is Universe God Wu, in the advanced first heaven. The latter's power is on par with mine. I'll handle him and Universe God Lei Ming will be left to you. Universe God Lei Ming? Jian Wushuang glanced at the tall man standing in the distance and nodded, saying, Okay, leave him to me. Universe God Qian Luan cast an expectant look at Jian Wushuang before she stepped out to face the experts of Shou State. Universe God Qian Luan, how have you been since we last met? The young man, Universe God Wu, looked at Universe God Qian Luan coldly. He did not bother to acknowledge Jian Wushuang, who was just a universe master, standing beside her. Universe God Wu, Universe God Lei Ming, why are you here today? Universe God Qian Luan asked. Why are we here today? You know there is no need to ask this question, right? We are here to take back leopard print gem mine which rightfully belongs to us. Universe God Wu answered in a cold voice. Universe God Qian Luan, if you are not a fool, lead your people out the island immediately and we can still maintain a good relationship, otherwise. Otherwise what? You will invade this island? Universe God Qian Luan's eyes hardened and in a loud voice, she continued, Universe God Wu, think again. Everyone who has tried to occupy our territory has paid their price. Red Water Alliance, which was destroyed by us, is the best example. Now, do you want to make the same mistake? On hearing this, Universe God Wu smiled coldly before replying. Universe God Qian Luan, stop trying to frighten us. We are not as stupid as Red Water Alliance to let you destroy our headquarters. Our headquarters is in the Holy Prefecture. If you dare, come over and fight with us. Universe God Wu's words were spoken recklessly. With the Holy Prefecture's support, Shou State had no fears that Scarlet Island would wipe them out, as what they had done to Red Water Alliance. Universe God Qian Luan's face hardened. If so, there is nothing more to say. Let's fight. I'd love to see how you will take over this island with only yourself and Lei Ming. Ha ha, I can do that by myself. Universe God Wu sneered and waved his hand at the people standing behind him. Men, kill them all. As his voice fell, boom. Powerful auras rose everywhere, accompanied by bursts of loud shouts. Led by Universe God Wu and Universe God Lei Ming, the Holy Masters and Universe Masters of Shou State swarmed into Leopard Print Island. Although there was a formation protecting the island, Jian Wushuang's side could not rely on it to block off the invaders. The experts from the two sides engaged in a fierce battle in no time. Jian Wushuang, as we agreed before, you will handle Universe God Lei Ming. Remember, try your best to hold him off and when you can't hold on anymore, just flee. Don't get yourself killed. After saying this, Universe God Qian Luan charged at her opponent. Try my best to hold him off. Don't get myself killed. Jian Wushuang had a strange look on his face after hearing her words. After casting a cold eye at Universe God Lei Ming, who had a ferocious aura about him, he charged at him. Ha ha, go to hell. With bloodshot eyes and a contorted face, Universe God Lei Ming's laughter resounded round the whole place. He had a huge axe in each hand and there was enormous power behind every move when he struck out. No one from Scarlet Island could survive a single strike from him. He was like a tiger in a flock, slaughtering at will. When Jian Wushuang reached him, he just shot a glance at him, not taking him seriously at all. He could sense that Jian Wushuang was only a universe master. Even if Jian Wushuang was an invincible universe master, in Universe God Lei Ming's eyes, he was nothing more than an ant. Go to hell. Universe God Lei Ming snorted and he struck at Jian Wushuang with the axe in his left hand. Jian Wushuang narrowed his eyes at the strike. The Blood Mountain sword quivered excitedly in his hands. He then struck out as well. As he swung the sword, Jian Wushuang exerted all his power behind the move. Clang! The sword shadow pierced through the void and clashed with the axe. There was a sound of metal on metal. When the sound stopped, a horrible power was released immediately. Universe God Lei Ming did not take Jian Wushuang seriously at all until this moment, when he felt Jian Wushuang's power through his axe. He is a universe god? Universe God Lei Ming's eyes narrowed and he immediately looked at Jian Wushuang. The collision had numbed his arm and his axe almost slipped out of his hand. He thought this type of power should have come from a universe god. However, Jian Wushuang was only a universe master, which was a surprise to him. Kid, who are you? Universe God Lei Ming gazed at Jian Wushuang and shouted. You don't need to know my name. What you need to know is that as long as I'm here, you can no longer kill anyone on Scarlet Island, Jian Wushuang replied with a smile. I can no longer kill anyone on Scarlet Island? Ridiculous. Universe God Lei Ming's eyes sparkled. I'll kill you, a weak universe master, first. As he spoke, a terrifying killing intent immediately swept out from him. His big body seemed to grow even stronger when he displayed a secret skill. His bloodshot eyes became even more vivid. God-killing shift. The 7 axe moves of Ju Yu. The roar thundered throughout the place and the power behind it was earth-shattering. Watched by horrified eyes, Universe God Lei Ming rushed forward with his 2 axes, striking out quickly. For a time, there was dead silence. On the other side, Universe God Chen Luan was busy fighting with Universe God Wu, but almost at the same time, both of them felt a horrible power rising forth. Chapter 1272. Thunder Defeating Sound. It's Lei Ming. He is displaying the God-killing shift as well as his best skill 7 axe moves of Ju Yu. Universe God Wu frowned. Universe God Chen Luan is busy fighting with me. Who else can force him to display that move among all the experts present at Scarlet Island? Who else could it be? With this thought, his eyes widened as he looked toward Universe God Lei Ming and finally noticed Jian Wushuang standing there. Is that him? But he is only a universe master. Universe God Wu was extremely amazed. Was that universe master the one who managed to force Universe God Lei Ming to display his best moves? Universe God Chen Luan's expression changed when she saw Lei Ming's move. Damn! Lei Ming is using his best move to kill Jian Wushuang. Jian Wushuang, get away from him. Universe God Chen Luan sent a warning to Jian Wushuang instantly. On the battlefield, when Jian Wushuang saw Universe God Lei Ming's aura rising sharply toward him, there was a glint in his eyes. Boom! Universe God Lei Ming and Jian Wushuang collided into each other. The former struck out with his 2 big axes, displaying his best move 7 axe moves of Ju Yu. There were a total of 7 strikes in the move, each move more powerful than the former. The key point of the move was to continuously add on to the power. Although this move was just at the elementary first level, its effect was as powerful as that of an advanced first level. Facing this move, Jian Wushuang brandished his Blood Mountain sword to defend himself while drawing back. Boom! 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 After 7 consecutive collisions, Universe God Lei Ming finally stopped his attack. At that moment, in front of the void that had burst, Jian Wushuang stood with his sword in hand. He looked at his sleeve opening, shook off the dust on it and looked up at Universe God Lei Ming with a smile. The move you just executed is not bad. Jian Wushuang's voice echoed throughout the place. The people around were stunned. Jian Wushuang had somehow managed to take on Lei Ming's best moves and emerge unharmed. Universe God Wu's eyes were wide open in disbelief. He knew very well the power behind his 7 axe moves of Ju Yu. Even as an advanced universe god in the first heaven, he had to execute the moves cautiously. Jian Wushuang, a mere universe master, easily held off the moves. Jian Wushuang? Universe god Chen Luan was as astonished as the others. She had just told Jian Wushuang to back off. She now knew why the commander had sent Jian Wushuang to help her. She also knew why Jian Wushuang was so confident in battling a universe god. Watched by dozens of shocked eyes, Jian Wushuang's eyes turned cold. I've withstood your best move. Now, it's time for you to take my move. Jian Wushuang murmured and lifted up his Blood Mountain sword. Nirvana. As his voice rang out, a dazzling sword light full of hope and vitality suddenly rose in the air. After reaching a certain height, it went straight to Universe God Lei Ming without meeting any obstacles. Seeing that, Universe God Lei Ming narrowed his eyes and hurriedly struck out again with his axes, though he was extremely shocked. Clang! The axe in his right hand was knocked away. The remaining power of the sword light kept flying toward his throat. He quickly put the axe in his left hand across his chest to defend himself. Boom! The sword light met with the axe and Universe God Lei Ming was sent flying by the impact of the force. Using the force, he quickly set a distance between Jian Wushuang and himself. After regaining his balance, he stood far away, giving Jian Wushuang a horrified look. This kid almost killed me. Universe God Lei Ming was deeply shaken. Is he really just a universe master? On the island, the experts on both sides who had witnessed the scene were all shocked. Bravo! Universe God Chen Luan let out a cry of excitement, not caring about her status as a universe god. Bastard! Universe God Wu looked grave. Where did this universe master come from? How could he be so strong? We're in big trouble. Universe God Wu had witnessed everything on the battlefield. The number of universe masters and holy masters on the two sides was almost the same. The only advantage Xiao State had was that they had one more universe god. Universe God Wu had also intended to battle Universe God Chen Luan himself and let Universe God Lei Minute invade the island to kill the rest of their enemies. If there was no one who could stop a universe god from killing, the universe masters and holy masters of Scarlet Island would be driven wild and killed off very soon. However, he never thought that there was someone that could hold off Universe God Lei Ming and even defeat him. Therefore, his plan turned out to be unsuccessful. Moreover, Jian Wushuang managed to break into their side and killed most of his people. We can't let it go on like this, Mr. Zhuge. Stop him. Universe God Wu immediately sent out a message. In fact, there was no need for Universe God Wu to send the message. Mr. Zhuge, who was still in hiding, was already itching to strike as he could not suppress his fighting instincts anymore. Boom! A black figure, with an aura more powerful than that of Universe God Lei Ming, Universe God Wu and even Universe God Chen Luan, appeared in the void and landed on the battlefield in an instant. The moment the figure arrived, his aura immediately engulfed the surroundings. The Universe Masters and Holy Masters who were around the area felt a chill in the hearts. All of them stopped their moves and looked toward the black figure. The battle paused because of the newcomer. When Universe God Chen Luan noticed the arrival of the black figure, her expression suddenly changed. The figure ignored all the shocked eyes and raised his head, revealing a pale, old face. The most striking thing on his face was his eyes. They were a strange green color, terrifying and chilling. At that moment, the eyes were fixed Jian Wushuang. Kid, how dare you? The roar came forth from the black-robed man's mouth, echoing around the place. Chapter 1273, Mr. Zhuge. Kid, how dare you? The black-robed man's angry voice echoed throughout the battlefield and stunned everyone there. They could not help thinking, Jian Wushuang has defeated Universe God Lei Ming because of his power. What has that got to do with courage? However, when Jian Wushuang heard the man's words, he narrowed his eyes. Mr. Zhuge. Universe God Wu and Universe God Lei Ming came up to the black-robed man. Lei Ming, you're a universe god, yet you have lost to a universe master? Universe God Wu said in a low voice. I didn't know that the kid is so strong even if he is just a universe master. Universe God Lei Ming looked frustrated. For him, losing to a universe master would definitely be a lifelong disgrace. Jian Wushuang. Universe God Chen Luan came over to Jian Wushuang and praised him, saying, I looked down on you before because I didn't expect you to be so powerful. You are giving me too much credit. Universe God Chen Luan. Jian Wushuang replied in a humble tone. Let's talk about it later. Universe God Chen Luan looked ahead and her eyes became cold. Zhuge Qiu, today, does your holy prefecture want to interfere in our matters as well? Zhuge Qiu? Jian Wushuang quickly recalled the name in his mind. Zhuge Qiu was an expert from Holy Prefecture and was extremely powerful among the universe gods in the first heaven. He was near the top of his level and was even more powerful than universe god Qian Luan and universe god Wu. I have no interest in the battle between you and Shou State, the black-robed elder Zhuge Qiu replied directly. Mr. Zhuge. Universe god Wu and universe god Lei Ming were taken aback by his words. Zhuge Qiu had come here in order to help them. What did he mean when he said that he was not interested in their affairs? Although I'm not willing to intervene in this matter, there is a person that I must take away today, Zhuge Qiu continued. Take one person away. Who is that person? Universe god Qian Luan asked. Him. Zhuge Qiu pointed at Jian Wushuang. Jian Wushuang narrowed his eyes and suddenly he understood. He is our seventh divine general. Why do you want to take him away? He is our seventh divine general. Why do you want to take him away? Universe god Qian Luan shouted. Why? Because he killed one of the core disciples of Holy Prefecture. Zhuge Qiu's voice was cold. What? Universe god Qian Luan was amazed. The other cultivators, including universe god Wu and universe god Lei Ming, were stunned as well. Zhuge Qiu stared at Jian Wushuang closely and asked, Kid, you're Jian Wushuang, right? You should know why I want to take you away. Yes. Jian Wushuang nodded slightly. Great. Zhuge Qiu continued speaking coldly. We have in total about 20 core disciples in our prefecture and each of them is well trained with a talent in refining elixirs, weapons, or making formations. They are all extremely rare geniuses. These core disciples have also cultivated a unique secret skill. Once they are killed, their grievances will be attached to their murderers and only the experts of our Holy Prefecture can sense that grievance. I can sense a dense grievance of our core disciple from you. You must have killed one of our core disciples not long ago. Am I right? Yes, right. Jian Wushuang replied with a smile. It seems that you are not worried about the consequences of killing our core disciple? Zhuge Qiu's face darkened. Since he is already dead, why should I worry? Jian Wushuang answered. You are really not bothered at all, are you? Zhuge Qiu's voice became icy and he turned to universe god Qian Luan. Universe god Qian Luan, you have heard this boy admitting his crime, so it's reasonable if I take him to the Holy Prefecture, isn't it? This. Universe god Qian Luan frowned before continuing. No matter what Jian Wushuang has done before, he is now the seventh divine general of our Scarlet Island. You can take him away after getting our permission. I will report this matter to our lord and with his consent, you can then take Jian Wushuang away. So, I have to receive permission from your lord first? Zhuge Qiu sneered and continued, Sorry, I can't wait for your lord to arrive here to give his permission. I'm going to take this kid away now. If you dare, you can try to stop me. Universe god Qian Luan's face darkened at his words. Right then, Jian Wushuang chimed in with a mocking tone. Zhuge Qiu, shouldn't you ask me whether I'd like to go with you first? Ask you first? Zhuge Qiu looked toward Jian Wushuang again. Yes. Jian Wushuang said with a smile. You speak as if you could take me anywhere you want. I don't think that's true. Zhuge Qiu, I am here and I really want to see how will you take me away today? Everyone around was stunned when they heard this. They could tell that Jian Wushuang was trying to challenge Zhuge Qiu. How dare he provoke Mr. Zhuge? He is courting his death. Universe god Wu looked at Jian Wushuang with pity in his eyes. Does he really think that he is invincible after beating me? Mr. Zhuge is near the peak of the first heaven and Jian Wushuang is just a universe master. How dare he? Universe god Lei Ming also sneered. Upon hearing Jian Wushuang's words, Zhuge Qiu narrowed his eyes and a smile played around the corners of his mouth. The smile was as sharp as a blade. Swish! Without any warning, Zhuge Qiu made a direct move. He shot out and reached for Jian Wushuang, like a black flowing light before everyone could react. Then, he punched Jian Wushuang. Boom! His power overwhelmed Jian Wushuang, who was flung aside and smashed into the ground, creating a huge pothole. The move was so sudden that it was some time before everyone realized what had happened. So fast. Too fast. Is Jian Wushuang dead? A sudden exclamation could be heard on Leopard Print Island. Zhuge Qiu. Universe god Chen Luan was enraged. Hump, that kid was courting death. He has no one to blame but himself. Zhuge Qiu flicked his sleeves, looking indifferent. But right then. Boom. The ground of the island suddenly cracked and a figure rose to the sky. It was none other than Jian Wushuang. His aura was still strong and there were no injuries on his body. What? He is not injured at all? The people on the island were very surprised. Even Zhuge Qiu was a little amazed. Zhuge Qiu. Jian Wushuang's icy voice echoed all around, but there was no anger in him. Instead, surprise and excitement could be seen in his eyes. He felt as if his blood was boiling inside him. Ha ha. Great. Finally, you have come. Jian Wushuang laughed wildly. The other experts, including Zhuge Qiu and universe god Chen Luan, were stunned by Jian Wushuang's wild laughter. Jian Wushuang's eyes were full of excitement. He stared at Zhuge Qiu and said, "You're the first person that I'll be going all out to fight with after I entered the eternal chaotic world." Jian Wushuang's icy voice echoed all around and his fingers danced on his Blood Mountain sword, which was quivering at that moment. His sword was already thirsty for blood. Chapter 1274. Go All Out. At that moment, Jian Wushuang gazed at Zhuge Qiu with sparkling eyes and a roaring battle intent. The experts on the island were all stunned at the scene unfolding before them. Is Jian Wushuang crazy? As a universe master, how could Jian Wushuang have such an overwhelming battle intent when facing an advanced universe god? He must be crazy. Jian Wushuang ignored all the watchful eyes and took out a gold gourd. He unsealed the gourd and instantly, a loud sound could be heard. Wang! Wang! Along with the sound, a sandstorm erupted and swept over the surroundings. In its midst were some aquamarine flames. The huge blaze quicksand covered the whole of Leopard Print Island in an instant. Everyone on the island was covered by it. What is this? Many people were amazed by this skill. Quicksand realm, oppress. Jian Wushuang suddenly shouted. As his voice rang out, the huge quicksand immediately spread out. Boom! The blaze quicksand rushed toward Zhuge Qiu, like a cage about to trap him. Facing the oncoming force, Zhuge Qiu had nowhere to hide and could only face it. Zhuge Qiu's expression changed slightly as he was pressed downward. Is this a realm press? It's so powerful. Zhuge Qiu was a bit shocked. Though he was a universe god near the peak of the first heaven, at that moment, about 30% of his power had been suppressed under the realm. A good 30%. For a universe god, even 1/10 decrease in power meant a lot. Now, his power was weakened to the level of universe god Chen Luan and universe god Wu. How could this kid get hold of such a powerful realm treasure? Zhuge Qiu looked at Wushuang with a trace of greed in his eyes. Daiyu region was different from Green Fire World. Green Fire World was home to many treasures, such as chaos magic treasures. However, in Daiyu region, the realm treasures were very rare, especially a treasure like Blaze Quicksand Gourd, which many universe gods coveted. If I kill him, then that gourd will be mine. Zhuge Qiu thought and rubbed his hands in glee. At that moment, Jian Wushuang, who was operating the Blaze Quicksand Gourd, spotted the greed in Zhuge Qiu's eyes and smiled. The next moment, kill! Jian Wushuang roared and charged at his opponent right under everyone's eyes. His battle intent kept rising. Obviously, his desire to fight against Zhuge Qiu was very strong. You're courting death. Zhuge Qiu was not angry and laughed instead. He dashed out as well. The battlefield immediately changed to the void. The Blood Mountain sword trembled slightly in Jian Wushuang's hands. At that moment, Jian Wushuang used all his power, including the power of Stage 2 of the blood-killing plate armor. When he was fighting with universe god Lei Ming, he had only used the power of the first level of the blood-killing plate armor. Now, he used the power of the second level. He had exerted his powers to the extreme. There was also an oppression from the blaze quicksand. At this point, Jian Wushuang really did go all out. 3 waves. As Jian Wushuang swung his sword, there were 3 sword shadows striking out at the same time. With his killing intent shooting up to the sky, Zhuge Qiu drew close to Jian Wushuang and punched him with both hands. Bang! 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 3 deep crashing noises sounded one after another, and the explosive blast wave that followed forced the surrounding experts to draw back quickly in horror. At the center of the battlefield, after taking 3 strikes from Jian Wushuang, Zhuge Qiu had a cold glint in his eyes. Ying! Phew! A black lightning flashed in the air, without making any sound, looking like a black snake. It flew toward Jian Wushuang at an amazingly fast speed. Piss off! Jian Wushuang shouted and brandished his sword. A sword shadow struck out and destroyed the lightning. Nirvana! Jian Wushuang then displayed a unique skill of an advanced level. An enormous power flowed to his sword and a dazzling sword light flashed in the air, as bright as the sun. With a sway of Zhuge Qiu's body, a huge spectral image of an exotic beast appeared behind him. He then stretched out and punched Jian Wushuang. If his fist were to land on any normal universe god, that person would have been killed instantly. However, when the palm met Jian Wushuang's sword light, another loud sound could be heard. The power behind the sword burst forth. Humph! Zhuge Qiu let out a groan and could not help falling back. He shot a glance at his palm and felt a stinging pain where there was a red mark on it. D. Jian Wushuang's voice resounded throughout the place as he slashed at Zhuge Qiu again. Kid, don't be so frivolous. Zhuge Qiu's nerves twitched in his head. He was enraged, and right then, 2 more spectral images of exotic beasts appeared behind him. There were in total 3 spectral images of exotic beasts, towering over the place. Zhuge Qiu looked grave, and as he went forward, the 3 exotic beasts roared together. In a moment, Jian Wushuang and Zhuge Qiu were once again engaged in a fierce battle. Boom! 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 Deafening sounds could be continuously heard as they fought on. The experts on the island from both sides widened their eyes at the sight before them. They were all dumbfounded. Even Universe God Qian Luan, Universe God Wu and Universe God Lei Ming could not help being astonished. Jian Wushuang. He is able to battle so well against Zhuge Qiu? Universe God Qian Luan gasped in surprise. I thought he was powerful, but I never expected him to be that powerful. Universe God Lei Ming sighed and secretly felt better about his defeat. After all, he had lost to a man who was as powerful as Zhuge Qiu. I never thought that there was such a super genius in Scarlet Island. Universe God Wu gasped in admiration. Fighting head-on. It was true that Jian Wushuang had gone all out in his battle with Zhuge Qiu. Chapter 1275. One More Move. Boom! While Jian Wushuang and Zhuge Qiu were fiercely battling, the Blaze Quicksand Realm continued to oppress the entire place. The Blaze Quicksand Gourd was a valuable realm treasure, and with the breakthrough of his power, Jian Wushuang could make more use of the gourd in a fight. Even as powerful as Zhuge Qiu was, the Blaze Quicksand Realm still suppressed his power by a full 30%. Without that realm, Jian Wushuang would not have been able to fight against Zhuge Qiu for so long. Boom! After another loud sound, the 2 were finally separated. Ha ha, I feel good. Zhuge Qiu, let's start another round. As Jian Wushuang's battle intent grew stronger, a sliver of light flashed through his eyes. He charged at Zhuge Qiu again after laughing loudly. Jian Wushuang was born to be a fighter. The same was true of the ancient god clan. Back when Jian Wushuang was in the Green Fire world, he had reached the peak of that world, and after that, he chose to adventure in the eternal chaotic world. He did not want to make his life easy. What he had been carrying did not allow him to take a rest. After he arrived in the Dayu region and learned of its vastness, he had never gotten the chance to go all out to fight until this day. Never. Even Elder Li, the universe god of the Red Water Alliance, had also failed to force him to go all out. As for universe god Lei Ming, that master was powerful, but he had defeated him easily all the same. But now, Zhuge Qiu appeared. A universe god at the peak of the first heaven, he was a more worthy opponent for Jian Wushuang. Only such an expert could make Jian Wushuang excited and arouse his battle intent. Jian Wushuang's aura grew even stronger as the fight went on. However, for Zhuge Qiu, it was the contrary. He frowned hard when seeing that Jian Wushuang's aura was still powerful. Madman. Zhuge Qiu stared at Jian Wushuang while thinking, "This boy is just a universe master and should be no match for me. At this point, I have consumed half of my power, but his power has even grown stronger. He is totally a madman. I am actually fighting against such a madman?" Zhuge Qiu wanted to retreat. As for Jian Wushuang's realm treasure, he gave up his intention for it. He even gave up getting revenge on Jian Wushuang for that dead core disciple of the Holy Prefecture. He decided to have other experts do that sometime later. "Kid, you are lucky today." Zhuge Qiu snorted and turned around directly, wanting to leave Leopard Print Island. The experts on the island were stunned by this scene. Is Zhuge Qiu trying to retreat? HMH, he can neither defeat Jian Wushuang nor take him away. What is he waiting for if he doesn't leave now? A universe god at the peak of the first heaven can't defeat a universe master? Cries of surprise resounded on Leopard Print Island. Zhuge Qiu heard those voices as well, and he looked terrible. However, he could do nothing about it but leave there at that moment. Nonetheless, Jian Wushuang would not let him go. "Zhuge Qiu!" Zhuge Qiu heard a shout behind him. He ignored the voice and kept heading away from the island, but a sandstorm suddenly appeared in front of him and blocked his path. The storm was not strong and he could break it up at will, but if he did so, his pace would be slowed. "Jian Wushuang, I've decided to go. What do you still want from me?" As Zhuge Qiu's icy voice echoed, he threw out a palm to break up the sandstorm. There's nothing in this world that says one can come and go from a place as he pleases. Jian Wushuang sneered and continued, "Moreover, you have forced me to go all out. You can't just go like this until a winner is decided between us." "Until a winner is decided between us?" Zhuge Qiu's eyes narrowed. "What? You want to kill me on this island today?" "Yep." Jian Wushuang smiled. "Arrogant." Zhuge Qiu was enraged. He knew he could not defeat Jian Wushuang, so he just decided to go. But now, it seemed that Jian Wushuang did not want to let the matter drop. He even wanted to kill him? The experts on the island were shocked to hear Jian Wushuang's words. "You will know soon whether or not I'm being arrogant." Jian Wushuang showed him a cold smile. "Zhuge Qiu, I know you have great fame. It's said that to defeat you, one must be a universe god at the peak of the first heaven, but I don't believe it." "What do you mean?" Zhuge Qiu stopped his departure and frowned at Jian Wushuang. "I have displayed most of my skills when fighting against you, but there is one move that I've yet to perform, a move that I've just created on the island. I'm confident of its power." Jian Wushuang smiled. "If you can withstand that move, you can leave, but if you can't, you'll be killed." "One more move." Zhuge Qiu's expression slightly changed. He thought that Jian Wushuang would have displayed all his moves in the fight just now, as he had done. However, it seemed that wasn't the case. Jian Wushuang still had one more move to display. "Fine, let me see how powerful your move can be." Zhuge Qiu's voice was full of confidence. And he should have been confident. He was nearly at the peak of the first heaven, so he was confident that he could withstand a single move, even from the powerful universe god Chen. As for Jian Wushuang, he was not as powerful as universe god Chen. And even if he was, Zhuge Qiu believed that he would not be killed by merely a single move from him. "Zhuge Qiu, watch carefully." Without saying another word, Jian Wushuang made his move under everyone's gaze. Wang! A chant from the sword was heard before a sword light flashed through the air. Everyone present could hear the chant clearly. The moment the chant echoed, a terrifying soul attack was aimed at Zhuge Qiu. Chapter 1276. Kill on the Spot. Wang! A stunning sword light flashed through the void and pierced through Zhuge Qiu's head without meeting any resistance. A horrified look remained on Zhuge Qiu's face, but his aura began to die away. There was a dead silence on Leopard Print Island. Everyone's expressions were different at the moment. What happened just now? Although Jian Wushuang's move was very fast, a universe god at the peak of the first heaven should have been able to block it. Mr. Zhuge was killed so simply? Everyone was amazed. Zhuge Qiu died very suddenly and simply. Jian Wushuang, who was drawing his sword back, was the only one who was not surprised by it. There is no doubt that the chant of disturbance is my strongest killing move so far. Though it's not as powerful as Nirvana, it's so fast that few can dodge it. Jian Wushuang thought with a smile. He created the chant of disturbance in the secret chamber on the island that was left by Yang Ju. The soul attack behind the move was what really did the killing. As he had lit up his soul fire and his soul power was extremely superior, the soul attack he launched was much more powerful than his consciousness attack. Moreover, he also gained the second part of the Universal Tao scripture from his master, which helped him improve his soul power. He had been enhancing this power during all those years of cultivating. Before he entered that secret chamber, his soul power had been extremely pure and powerful. What he needed at that time was a skill to apply that power. Although he could try to apply that power to the mind-controlling secret skill, which he had learned from the ancient god clan, and the spell of disturbance, which he had created himself, neither skills could fully exert that power. Therefore, the chant of disturbance was created at the right moment. This skill was a perfect soul attack. As a result, Jian Wushuang could kill the powerful Zhuge Qiu in a single strike. Zhuge Qiu had failed to ward off the soul attack behind that move and, therefore, was caught by a transient confusion. That was when Jian Wushuang had managed to kill him. Soul power is far superior to consciousness attack. Few advanced universe gods in the first heaven can ward off the chant of disturbance you created. Even those at the peak of the first heaven might accidentally get killed by that move. Jiu King's voice echoed in Jian Wushuang's mind. Jian Wushuang replied with a smile, among all my skills, only by relying on this move could I kill Zhuge Qiu. Without it, even though I have the blaze quicksand gourd, I still couldn't defeat him. After this battle, he gained a clear understanding of his own strength. He was an inverse cultivator, as well as a 4-star ancient god. If he exerted all his power, he could battle an elementary universe god of the first heaven. If the power of the second level of the blood-killing plate armor was added to that, he could battle an advanced universe god in that realm. The unique skills he created were at advanced level 1. Adding all of that together, he was as powerful as an advanced universe god of the first heaven. However, with the blaze quicksand, he had made it a close battle with Zhuge Qiu, and by relying on the chant of disturbance, he had managed to kill him. In view of my current power, I have no need to fear the universe gods beneath the peak of the first heaven, but if I encounter an expert at the peak of the first heaven, such as universe god Chen, I'll have to run or display the star of a secret skill to battle him. Jian Wushuang thought to himself. His killing of Zhuge Qiu with one strike turned the tide of the battle on the island. The hearts of Universe God Wu and Universe God Lei Ming beat wildly as they watched Zhuge Qiu get killed. Even Mr. Zhuge was killed by Jian Wushuang. It will be so easy for him to kill us. Universe God Wu looked horrified. Let's leave here right now. The two universe gods of the Xiu state started running desperately. Seeing that their leaders began escaping, the remaining experts of the Xiu state followed the two without thinking. With so many experts retreating from the battlefield, the Xiu state kept losing its ground. For that, the experts of Scarlet Island did not even bother chasing after them. Jian Wushuang stood watching the two universe gods of the Xiu state run away. Universe god Qian Luan came over to him. Jian Wushuang. She looked at him, and her eyes betrayed her complicated feelings. There were surprise and horror, but even more disbelief in them. She had been an expert in the Dayu region for so long that she had heard of and met many great geniuses. However, she had never heard of any universe master who could kill a universe god at the peak of the first heaven, who was even more powerful than her. Universe god Qian Luan, let's go down to check the casualties on our side. Jian Wushuang looked at universe god Qian Luan with a smile while speaking. Okay. Universe god Qian Luan nodded slightly. The battle between Scarlet Island and the Xiu state did not last long, therefore, not many from either side had died in the battle. In merely a moment, Universe God Qian Luan had settled everything down. After that, she found Jian Wushuang again, and this time, she looked calmer. Jian Wushuang, I'll report everything that has happened today to the commander, including the grudge between you and the Holy Prefecture, as well as that you've killed Zhuge Qiu, she said. I see. Jian Wushuang nodded slightly. Since he had chosen to go all out to fight, he naturally did not want to hide his power anymore. Don't worry about the grudge between you and the Holy Prefecture. You're the 7th Divine General of our Scarlet Island, so we will try our best to protect you. I promise you. Universe God Qian Luan spoke again. Thanks. Jian Wushuang raised his eyebrows. Both Scarlet Island and the Holy Prefecture were the overlords of the Dayou region and did not fear each other. The former was not worried about offending the latter. If Scarlet Island handed Jian Wushuang over to the Holy Prefecture, it would disappoint many of Scarlet Island's experts. No one would do such a stupid thing. Universe God Qian Luan said, let's wait for the results. Chapter 1277. Shock. While Jian Wushuang was waiting on Leopard Print Island, the officers and the universe gods of Scarlet Island were in an uproar. What? One of our divine generals killed a universe god? Succeeded in a rank-skipping challenge? And killed his opponent? Who is the universe god that was killed? How powerful was he? Zhuge Qiu from the Holy Prefecture? How could it be possible? Those universe gods were astonished upon receiving the news. If it were a normal or weak universe god that Jian Wushuang had killed, those officers would not have been so astonished. But it was Zhuge Qiu, an advanced universe god in the first heaven and near the peak of that realm. Such a person was killed by a universe master? Are you kidding me? Is it true? We have such a super genius on our Scarlet Island? It's true. The commander who brought the news to the officers smiled. This divine general is named Jian Wushuang and he has joined us not long ago. When he went to destroy the Red Water Alliance, he killed a universe god of the Alliance. But that was a weak universe god who had just passed the god test, so I did not pay much attention to Jian Wushuang at that time. Now, he has actually killed Zhuge Qiu on Leopard Print Island. I learned this from universe god Qian Luan. Besides her, all the people on the island had witnessed it that day, including the cultivators and 2 universe gods from the Xiu state. I reckon that this news will spread throughout the entire region soon. There has never been such a universe master who could kill an advanced universe god in the first heaven in our history. The commander was excited as he spoke. He was overjoyed to see such a genius on their island. But now, Jian Wushuang is in big trouble. The commander continued, before joining us, he had a grudge with the Holy Prefecture because he killed a core disciple of theirs. And because of that, Zhuge Qiu had tried to kill him this time. A grudge with the Holy Prefecture? Those universe gods all frowned at those words. If it were in the past, they would not fear the Holy Prefecture at all and would gladly meet them head-on in a battle. But now, they were in a fierce battle with the Golden Sun sect on the 9-Star Sea. If the Holy Prefecture stepped in at this moment, they would bring trouble as well. Man Yi. The commander received a message. Yes, my lord, the commander immediately answered. The commander was in a high position among the entirety of Scarlet Island, and all the experts there addressed him as commander. Only one person would call him by his name, the Lord of Scarlet Island. I already know about this matter. Jian Wushuang is indeed a genius. Although he has just joined us, we should try our best to protect him as he now is one of us. Even if it is the Dayou Palace that he has offended, we should help him all the same. The Lord's voice was majestic. I agree. The commander nodded. Where is Jian Wushuang now? Asked the Lord. He is still on Leopard Print Island with Qian Luan, the commander immediately answered. He has just killed Zhuge Qiu. The Holy Prefecture must be furious after learning about it and will have some experts to kill him. Send him a message telling him to come back now, the Lord continued. Understood, my lord. The commander took the order. He immediately sent a message to Jian Wushuang. While the officers of Scarlet Island were astonished by Jian Wushuang's power, the officers of the Holy Prefecture also received some news from the Xiu state. From it, they all learned that Zhuge Qiu had been killed by a divine general of Scarlet Island. In a towering palace, a good 10 universe gods of the Holy Prefecture were gathered together with a milky-eyed, white-haired elder as their leader. This elder looked like a fairy, but his aura gave off a feeling of chill and despair to all those who looked at him. He was one of the 4 mansion masters of the Holy Prefecture, the famous universe god Ju Hai, a person who had passed 2 god tests, as well as a universe god in the 2nd heaven. Among the entire Dayou region, there were no more than 20 universe gods in the 2nd heaven, and Universe God Ju Hai was one of them. Did you check it out? Universe God Ju Hai looked down with cold eyes. Yes, a universe god standing above him answered. The divine general who killed Zhuge Qiu is named Jian Wushuang, and he is indeed a universe master who joined Scarlet Island not long ago. In addition, we have confirmed from the show state that Jian Wushuang does have a grievance from our core disciples, and he also admitted to his crime. Zhuge Qiu had planned to bring Jian Wushuang back to our holy prefecture. However, Jian Wushuang is so powerful that he killed Zhuge Qiu with a rather strange strike. A universe master killed a universe god near the peak of the first heaven? There seemed to be a blazing flame burning in universe god Ju Hai's eyes, and he then asked, who is the core disciple that Jian Wushuang had killed? The universe god standing below him answered again, we can't tell who the disciple is from the grievance with Jian Wushuang, but according to what the expert of the show state has said, the grievance is extremely strong, so that core disciple must have been killed not long ago. Recently, there is only one core disciple who has been killed, Ju Shi, your personal disciple. Sure enough. Universe god Ju Hai's aura became violent on hearing that answer. Ever since Ju Shi went to adventure in a secret land under universe god Jin Feng's invitation, she had been missing. I didn't know that she was killed until I found her life core broken several days ago. I tried to ask Jin Feng her whereabouts, but he was killed as well. Since both of them are dead, I could do nothing more about it. It turns out that Ju Shi did not die in that secret land but was killed by Jian Wushuang. Now, he's even killed another universe god of our holy prefecture. He must die. Chapter 1278. Fusion Requirement. Kill. When there is a chance, kill Jian Wushuang to avenge the death of my disciple and elder Zhuge. In addition, inform the Golden Sun sect of this matter. HMH. My holy prefecture won't be the only one that is anxious to kill Jian Wushuang. The Golden Sun sect also has to get involved in this matter. Universe god Ju Hai ordered them. While universe god Ju Hai was furious, a handsome purple-haired youth in luxurious clothes was sitting cross-legged in a huge cave mansion in front of a stone wall engraved with words. Jian Wushuang? A universe master killed Zhuge Qiu? Zhuge Qiu was very close to being a superior first heaven universe god, but he was actually a good-for-nothing, so killing him was no big deal. I could have killed him with my casual attack. However, universe master Jian Wushuang is powerful. If he passes the god test and becomes a universe god, he will become my opponent. The purple-haired youth muttered with killing intent flashing through his eyes. He was the peerless genius of the holy prefecture universe god Xianxia. He had never encountered a decent opponent since he started his cultivation. Now, he had finally found a powerful opponent, Jian Wushuang. Jian Wushuang killed my junior sister, Ju Shi, so our holy prefecture definitely will take revenge on him, but I don't know whether or not he has the chance to die in my hands. Universe god Xianxia clenched his hands and showed a bloodthirsty smile on his face. On Leopard Print Island, universe god Chen Luan went over to Jian Wushuang. Jian Wushuang, the commander has ordered to have you immediately return to the military camp, said universe god Chen Luan. Okay. Jian Wushuang nodded slightly. He knew that those things had been revealed and that the holy prefecture would not let it go. If he continued to stay on Leopard Print Island, it would be no different from courting his own death. In that case, I'll leave now. Leopard Print Island now depends on you, universe god Chen Luan, Jian Wushuang said. Universe god Chen Luan responded with a smile. Don't worry. Only the show state has been competing for Leopard Print Gem Mine with us. The previous fight has terrified them, so they won't return anytime soon. Jian Wushuang did not say anything further before heading for the military camp. As soon as he arrived at the military camp, Jian Wushuang immediately went to visit Commander Man Yi. Jian Wushuang, you killed Zhuge Qiu. Your skills are really good. Commander Man Yi stared at Jian Wushuang as if to completely see through him. Jian Wushuang remained indifferent. It's just a coincidence. A coincidence? Commander Man Yi shook his head and asked, have you ever killed a core disciple of the holy prefecture before? Yes. Jian Wushuang admitted it to him. Commander Man Yi laughed. You killed a core disciple of the holy prefecture but came to my Scarlet Island to take refuge. You are really smart. Swordsman shrugged his shoulders, but he was quite embarrassed in his heart. Faced with the three hegemons in the Dayu region, he had already provoked the Holy Prefecture and Golden Sun sect, so he had to turn to Scarlet Island. Don't worry, since you are already one of my people, I'll try my best to protect you and I won't let the Holy Prefecture touch a hair on your head. Commander Man Yi smiled heartily. Now that these things have happened, the Holy Prefecture is definitely outraged about it, but I don't know what they will do next, so stay in the military camp. You don't have to take any tasks. Let's see what their reaction is. Yes. Jian Wushuang nodded and left. Then, he was brought to a banquet by Lin Dong and Mo Yu. Jian Wushuang had been a new divine general for a period of time and they should have held a banquet to celebrate his promotion. However, that celebration had been delayed because of the urgent task. The other 6 divine generals on Scarlet Island went to the party. Even the 2 first Heaven Universe gods personally attended, which shocked the other divine generals, as their own parties had never attracted the attention of universe gods. It was obvious that Jian Wushuang had a higher status than the other divine generals. You actually killed Zhuge Qiu, who is close to the peak of first heaven. Lin Dong, Mo Yu, and other divine generals widened their eyes. The number 1 divine general, Hong Shou, was the most astonished. When Commander Man Yi said that he was weaker than Jian Wushuang, Hong Shou was not convinced and challenged Jian Wushuang, but he was defeated that time. Jian Wushuang's strength had frustrated him, but now Hong Shou realized that Jian Wushuang had not used his full strength in the fight with him. Jian Wushuang was able to kill universe god Zhuge Qiu. Having such strength, he could kill Hong Shou as easily as pinching an ant. It was not until late at night that this banquet ended. In a pavilion, Jian Wushuang was sitting cross-legged with the Blood Mountain sword floating in front of him. Jiyu King, you said that the Blood Mountain sword is a sword embryo and its strength improves through fierce battles. I can also fuse my unique skill with the sword embryo to enhance the power of the sword. I've created so many unique skills, but why is the skill unable to merge with the Blood Mountain sword? Jian Wushuang asked with a frown. The Blood Mountain sword was extremely precious. Its improvement not only resulted from continuous fighting, but also from the fusion of unique skills and the sword. After he invented his own unique skill, Jian Wushuang had been trying to fuse it with the sword, but he failed. Jiyu King then spoke. The Blood Mountain sword is indeed the best sword embryo. You can fuse it with your unique skills as you grow, but you should choose the best skill at each level. Now, the Blood Mountain sword is at the primary stage of the sword embryo, so it's only able to merge with a rank 1 skill, the top one. You have created 3 kinds of swordsmanship, but of those 3 unique skills, even the strongest, Chant of Disturbance, is just an advanced rank 1 unique skill. Such a unique skill is not qualified to merge with the Blood Mountain sword. Chapter 1279. Sneak Attack. Oh! Jian Wushuang was surprised. He only knew that the Blood Mountain sword needed to merge with unique skills to enhance its power, but he did not expect that the Blood Mountain sword had such a high fusion requirement. It means that the power of the Blood Mountain sword can't soar in a short period of time? Jian Wushuang said inwardly. He had just created an advanced rank 1 skill, so he did not know when he would be able to create a superior rank 1 skill, let alone create a supreme one. Take it slow, Jiyu King said. You have to go step by step, Jian Wushuang. You still have not cultivated for very long, so you have more room for growth. Don't worry. Understood. Jian Wushuang nodded. At this point, Jian Wushuang raised his eyebrows. What's wrong? Asked Jiyu King. A powerful aura has broken into the scope of my soul power, and this aura is very strange. It's obviously not from any universe gods of our Scarlet Island, Jian Wushuang responded in a low voice. Everyone from Scarlet Island possessed the aura from their ID tokens, but Jian Wushuang had not sensed this kind of aura before. Naturally, whoever was coming was not from the island. What a nice concealment skill. The intruder was trespassing on our Scarlet Island, but none of the universe gods discovered it. If I didn't possess the soul power, I'm afraid I would not have sensed it either. Jian Wushuang sighed. No, this intruder is coming after me. Jian Wushuang sensed that the aura's owner had quietly accelerated and was rushing in his direction. However, the experts from Scarlet Island had not discovered anyone breaking into the island. Jian Wushuang, run! Jiu King shouted. I understand. Jian Wushuang wore a solemn expression while dashing out and shouting, Commander, come and help. It sounded harsh in the silent night. The military camp of Scarlet Island was shaken by this scream. Jian Wushuang had displayed the Dragon Blood secret skill, causing his speed to burst out. Now, he was fleeing in the direction of Commander Man Yi. At the sight of this, the intruder in a golden robe frowned. The boy has sensed my arrival. After he realized that he had been exposed, the intruder turned into a flowing light and started chasing after Jian Wushuang at full speed. Jian Wushuang tried his best to run, but the golden flowing light was approaching him at an astonishing speed. Blaze Quicksand Realm, come out! Jian Wushuang immediately took out the Blaze Quicksand Gourd. The endless blaze quicksand swept out, flooding the sky, and formed a vast realm to oppress the golden flowing light. He thought that it would create some obstacles for the intruder. But in fact, the Blaze Quicksand Realm did not work on the golden flowing light. So fast! And brilliant strength! Jian Wushuang was terrified. He realized that his opponent was a powerful second heaven universe god. Otherwise, the Blaze Quicksand Realm would have had some influence on his opponent. Swoosh! Swoosh! The two figures flew swiftly across the sky, which was particularly dazzling in the dark night. However, it only lasted for a breath's worth of time before the intruder suddenly stopped. Commander Man Yi and 4 universe gods of Scarlet Island had arrived, while the former had already blocked the intruder. Buzz! As the golden flowing light dissipated, a golden-robed figure slowly emerged. It was a skinny elder with blonde hair. He looked weak, but with endless cold light in his eyes, he was radiating a powerful aura that was superior to Commander Man Yi's. Commander Man Yi was second only to the Lord of Scarlet Island. He was also a second heaven universe god, but he could not match this skinny elder. Golden Sun Sect Master. You came here. Commander Man Yi stared at the skinny elder with a blaze of fury in his eyes. With grim faces, the other 4 universe gods also considered the elder. If any other expert unscrupulously intruded into their military camp, they would have definitely killed him without saying a word. But this intruder was the master of the Golden Sun Sect. The master of the Golden Sun Sect was a superior second heaven universe god. Even if Commander Man Yi and the other 4 universe gods worked together, they could barely compete with him. And naturally, it was impossible to kill him. Therefore, Commander Man Yi knew that he was unable to fight against him. Upon hearing this, Jian Wushuang was dumbfounded. This man is the Golden Sun Sect Master? He tried to assassinate me in such a shameful way. It sent a chill down Jian Wushuang's spine. Fortunately, Jian Wushuang had ignited the soul fire, and his soul power was amazing, so he had discovered his arrival in advance. Otherwise, he would have already been killed. After all, he only had the battle strength of an advanced first heaven universe god. Even if he exerted his full strength to display stars, he would be able to fight against a superior first heaven universe god, at most. His strength was nothing when compared with the Golden Sun Sect Master. At the same time, Jian Wushuang immediately figured out why the Golden Sun Sect Master had come. For the monarch of the Jin Kingdom? Jian Wushuang narrowed his eyes. Chapter 1280, The Golden Sun Sect Master. The military camp was brightly lit as a large number of sergeants gathered around them but did not dare to approach closer. Commander Man Yi and the 4 universe gods confronted the Golden Sun Sect Master at a distance. Commander. Jian Wushuang appeared beside Man Yi. Jian Wushuang, are you okay? Asked Commander Man Yi. Jian Wushuang replied gratefully, luckily, you came in time. I thought that only the Holy Prefecture wants to kill you, so I did not expect the Golden Sun Sect to get involved in this matter. Commander Man Yi's face fell. Jian Wushuang? The Golden Sun Sect Master glanced at Jian Wushuang, his eyes radiating a faint golden light. Before he arrived, he had already received Jian Wushuang's portrait, so he recognized him on sight. He actually discovered me in advance? The Golden Sun Sect Master was quite puzzled. His concealment skill was brilliant. After he intruded into Scarlet Island, even Man Yi, a second heaven universe god, had not perceived his arrival in time, but Jian Wushuang had. Golden Sun Sect Master, you broke into my place to sneakily attack one of our universe masters. Shame on you. Commander Man Yi's voice echoed. Each of the cultivators from Scarlet Island was full of anger. In their eyes, it was brazen for the Golden Sun Sect Master with such a prominent status to launch a sneak attack on a universe master. Nevertheless, the Golden Sun Sect Master replied with a careless expression, "Shame? This world only respects strength. Jian Wushuang should be proud of being killed by me." "Oh, unfortunately, you have miscalculated," Commander Man Yi responded with an icy smile. The sect master sighed. "Actually, I didn't expect for the boy's psychic ability to be so good that he would able to sense my arrival in advance. It seems impossible to kill him today. Golden Sun Sect Master, there has always been an intense rivalry between your sect and our Scarlet Island. Jian Wushuang is really a brilliant genius, but he has not dealt a blow to your Golden Sun Sect. You don't have to personally come to assassinate him. Tell me, what is your purpose today?" Commander Man Yi shouted. "My purpose?" The Golden Sun Sect Master replied with a frosty look, "Obviously, because of him." The Golden Sun Sect Master pointed at Jian Wushuang as he asked in a grim tone, "Jian Wushuang, how did Jin Feng die?" Jin Feng? Everyone was stunned. They all knew that Jin Feng, the monarch of the Jin Kingdom, was an ordinary universe god, but his status in the Golden Sun Sect was quite special. There was a rumor that Jin Feng was the younger brother of the Golden Sun Sect Master, although neither of them had ever publicly admitted it. "Jin Feng is dead?" Commander Man Yi was astonished and then growled, "Golden Sun Sect Master, we all know that Jin Feng and you had a close relationship, but does his death have any kind of relationship to our island and Jian Wushuang?" "Of course," the sect master said, "not long ago, Jin Feng invited Ju Shi to go to a secret land. But Jin Feng and Ju Shi died there one after the other and none of their underlings came back alive. No one knows the reason for their deaths. I sent my people to investigate this matter, but they found nothing. That is, until yesterday, when I received a message from the Holy Prefecture. The Holy Prefecture concluded that Jian Wushuang killed Ju Shi." Commander Man Yi and the other universe gods looked at each other with frowns. Jian Wushuang, the Golden Sun Sect Master, looked over at the boy and asked, "Did you kill Ju Shi?" "Yes." Jian Wushuang nodded directly. He knew he was unable to defend himself because of the curse power. Then, the Golden Sun Sect Master asked, "And what about Jin Feng? Did you kill him as well?" He thought that Jian Wushuang had the power to kill an advanced First Heaven universe god. Therefore, he could have killed Jin Feng. Jin Feng? What Jin Feng? Jian Wushuang shook his head. "I killed a core disciple from the Holy Prefecture, but I have never heard of the Jin Feng that you speak of." "Boy, you lie!" the sect master shouted in his sternest voice. "Jin Feng and Ju Shi went to the secret land together and died there. And since you killed Ju Shi, how could you not know Jin Feng?" Jian Wushuang said indifferently, "Golden Sun Sect Master, I really don't know who you are talking about. I met Ju Shi in a dark void, instead of a secret land. At that time, I had just left my hometown, so I was energetic and eager to fight an expert from the eternal chaotic world. The first cultivator I met was Ju Shi. I recognized that she was a universe master, so I challenged her and killed her. That's all." Jian Wushuang explained it with a calm look and seemingly told the truth. He was unwilling to confess that he had killed Jin Feng. He had a powerful opponent, the Holy Prefecture, so he did not want any more. More importantly, he was worried that Commander Man Yi and the other universe masters were unable to withstand the attacks from the Golden Sun Sect Master. At such a critical moment, he had better not provoke the Golden Sun Sect Master again. Upon hearing this, the Golden Sun Sect Master frowned. Commander Man Yi also spoke. "Golden Sun Sect Master, you said Jin Feng died before Ju Shi, so there was a gap between their deaths, right?" The Golden Sun Sect Master's face fell.